지나가셔도 돼요.
Hello. If you guys are wondering where I am, I'm in Seoul Forest Station right now, or we call it Seoul. And this is the D Museum entrance. So when you come up from the subway, you get this beautiful place, kind of underground, but still lit by the sun. I just came to Bow Market to grab an Americano before I head over to the park.
It's a really cute lifestyle brunch place. So they have little goods, food and coffee and stuff. Here I am.
Today I wanted to talk about a little bit about my career and a little bit about living abroad and settling down in Korea. I am Korean by blood and I do have family here, but I have my Canadian citizenship, so studying in Canada and then working here was like working abroad for me.
But I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee. It's probably super hot.
But let's get more in detail later. Let's head to the park. Honestly, if you're in Seoul and you just feel sad and you need somewhere to go by yourself, literally just come to Seoul Forest Park on a sunny day. All your gloominess will be gone. I think Seoul Forest is one of the parks that kind of remind me of like Central Park. It literally just feels like you're on like a little fairy Greenland. But I wanted to talk about how it first was when I first came to Korea. It's a little easier for me because I do speak the language fluently and my family also lives here. But I would say it was definitely harder when I first moved here because I grew up in Canada. Like all my network and all my friends, all my classmates are all Canadian. I didn't have a lot of mutuals in Korea that I could connect with who also does arts, media, music. When I first came to Korea, I started by teaching English, just like anybody does. I first started with teaching kids, and then I went to an academy to teach adults business English and speaking English. And this is where I learned a lot of my new teaching skills. Then I also tutored high school students who were looking to apply to English universities. So I wrote their like admission letters, statement of intent. So I did that for a while when I first got to Korea, but however, I graduated from film production, and the reason why I came to Korea in the first place was so I could be close to media and entertainment. And it wasn't easy at first to see where to really start. Oh my god, there's a caterpillar walking on my little chair. So to start off, I joined some groups and clubs for adults who did music. It didn't really give me the kick to start working in the arts. It was just more for socializing. So then in order to work, I ended up going into Korean corporate for an education company because they needed someone to make video content for their education videos. So I worked for about 9 months there, and this is where I learned what it's like to work at a Korean corporate company and experience the societal standards here. And I'm not going to lie, it was one of the toughest times. The work was pretty easy because it didn't require super high skills to create the videos, but the relationships with my coworkers and boss was the toughest part because it was my first time trying to adjust to such harsh structure in an institution because I grew up in Canada. I'm actually really thankful that I got to experience my first company there because I really think that I got to practice my social skills and my corporate skills before going into a company that I actually really wanted to stay at. So this was like a really good trial for me. Caterpillar's just woozing away with baby caterpillar. Oh my god, it has a baby.
Wow.
So upon quitting, I saw a posting for a drama on the website Filmmakers, which is a website used in Korea for the film industry. They upload a lot of production recruitment info there. I think it's a good place to start. I immediately applied and finally got the job. I worked as a production assistant, then luckily got upgraded to a director's assistant. Because of the hectic requests by the director at the time, it was like a crazy shoot. So they needed more people to kind of handle more responsibilities. So that's when I first got my foot in the real film industry. That's when I started making more connections. And through making good impressions at that workplace, even though my role wasn't too big, I was able to get connections to other job postings. And then I got introduced to a company who needs English speaking producers. A lot of US productions will come film in Korea, and that's when they need local producers and local fixers who will do production services for them since they are not familiar with the Korean logistics. And I would say from teaching English to working in Korean corporate, then getting my foot into the film and media industry amongst professionals whom I can actually learn from, to now starting new as a freelancer at the moment, I can say I've made some progress that I can be proud of. Everyone's expectations are different, but I'm glad that I didn't take any easy way out. Working in production is really hard. I really dived in head first to experience anything that I've never experienced before in order to build myself. If I look back now at where I first started, the kind of things that I just didn't know as a PA and stuff like that, it's like really funny to me, and I feel bad for the coworkers who were teaching me at the time. But I would say it was really nice when I was in the production company because I have so many coworkers and colleagues, and we work as a team, and they teach me a lot because they know more than me. But after getting out of the production company, freelancing really helped me own my work and really take responsibility for the projects that I'm working on. And it gives you a perspective of overseeing the whole project, making sure that the result is good because you have to and not because someone tells you to do it. So now that I'm practicing working as a main producer on multiple projects to come, I think it was really helpful in the end that I spoke English. But it was definitely hard speaking English at first because since I look Korean and I can speak Korean pretty well with no English accent, people just assume that I know a lot of things, but certain like nuances or certain like hard reading Korean words was really hard for me when I was working in corporate. But yeah, in the end, practicing both languages really did help out. Meanwhile, to work on myself, I released 3 songs. I'm constantly working on my own personal content on Instagram and YouTube, TikTok, which is hard to balance. But I think it's good that I'm delving into these multiple worlds because as a content creator, it always gives me something to talk about and share with you guys. So I say the next steps for me, I'm attempting to write more as a director. My preference is in the creative department of film and of creating content. So I'm trying to do more work on the creative side, asking for more opportunities in that direction, because if you don't really make it clear what kind of projects you want to work on, what kind of role you want to have in this project, other people are going to decide for you. And that may not necessarily be something you've wanted to do. So I'm trying to make more goal-oriented choices. Give yourself that opportunity to work on the things that you actually want to work on with the role you want. It's just so nice breathing in this air and being here. I definitely do think I love Seoul. Everyone says it's so like stressful and corrupt here. I think there's like certain aesthetic and chong and nice things only Seoul can offer. So I think I'm gonna stay and live here for a while. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is it's important to believe in yourself and what you want. Even if you have no backup, no network, no connections, no rich inheritance, hard work always leads to new opportunities. And I know it because it happened to me. Always try to remind myself that. Ooh, time's up. Now I gotta go see my friend. Let's go. On my way to see my friends. It's so freaking sunny today. It's so beautiful in Seoul right now.
아, 진짜?
오래부르고 시원이 일주일 며칠 약간 코앞에 다니잖아요.
아, 그래?
그래서 그게
아, 진짜 티구나.
요즘은 추워서 더운 건 아니고
맞아. 아닌가? 아, 반반. 근데 내향적인 게 더 좋은 것 같아. 자기 자신한테. 왜냐면 이렇게 집중 잘할 수 있고 꼭 누구를 만나야지만 좋은 시간을 보낼 수 있는 게 아니잖아. I get distracted easily. 그러니까 사람이 주변에 있으면 다른 사람들한테 관심이 많으니까 맞아. 집중이 좀 잘 안 돼. 신기하다. 내 동생도 그러거든? 근데 걔는 이긴 한데 너 맨날 언니는 막 어떻게 그런 걸 다 보고 있냐고. 난 항상 약간 두리번.
이렇게 하고 있어서 그런 거 디자인도 하고 있어요.
아, 감사합니다. 난 너지. 아, 수프가 진짜 맛있는데? 난 숲이 제일 맛있어. 이거 진짜 귀엽다. 근데 아무것도 안 들어가겠다. 오, 나 이런 거 좋아해. 어떡해. 아니, 이거 올릴 수 없어? 그것도 예쁘다. 나 이런 거 좋아해. 핑크. 여리여리. 아, 귀엽다. 생각보다 괜찮아. 모르겠어.
그냥 소나게 아니에요.
귀여운데? 예뻐봐. 아, 예뻐. 난 얘 해볼게. 약간 소지섭 모자 아니야? 아닌가?
미안하다, 사랑하다. 너
괜찮다. 잘 어울려. 그래? 잘 어울려.
나 이거 안 써봐서.
나도.
생각보다 핏이 괜찮다, 그래도.
막 입구에서 안 들어가는 거 있잖아. 알지? 바지 입히고.
위에도
이거 입혀보자. 네, 옷이 있습니다. 너무 웃긴 거 아니야? 어떻게 입혀? 머리가 너무 큰데? 손을 넣습니다. 약간 야하게 가방이 있어요. He has a little backpack. 어때? Fit check. 진짜 이 바지 너무 귀여운데?
야, 난 옷 없지?
귀엽다. 이렇게 냅두자. 아, 근데 걸어놓을 수가 없구나. 이상하게. 이거랑. 귀여워. 너무 귀여워. 레이스. 이것도 되게 귀여워. 티셔츠도 있고. Says summer forever. 이것도 예쁘다. 그래. 귀엽다.